Mucormycosis or black fungus. It is a serious but rare fungal infection caused by mucormycetes. This fungus is normally present in environment, it's more in the soil than air, and incidence increases in summer. It's not harmful for most people, but risk is increased in people with immunocompromised states. For example, uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, cancer, organ or stem cell transplant, persistent neutropenia, prolonged steroids, skin trauma, burns, iron overload, patients on IV drug use, malnourished patient, and premature infants. How it is transmitted? Route of transmission is either by inhalation or ingestion or inoculation of spores. It is more seen in hospitalized patients when there is use of adhesive bandage, wooden tongue depressors, hospital linens, negative pressure rooms, and there is poor air filtration, use of non-sterile medical devices, also seen in construction of buildings. Diagnosis is made by histopathology or positive culture, sputum culture. Then types of mucormycosis. It is 4 types: rhinocerebral mucormycosis that involves sinuses and brain. This is seen in patients with diabetes mellitus and renal transplant patients. In this patient, there is unilateral facial swelling, headache, nasal or sinus congestion with pain, serosanguinous discharge, and fever. Usually there is black discoloration at the bridge of nose. As the infection spreads, it may cause ptosis, proptosis, and loss of extraocular muscle function. There may be visual disturbances with eye pain. As the necrotic, there may be necrotic black lesions on hard palate, nasal turbinate, or there may be a black purulent discharge from eye, nose. Second type is pulmonary mucormycosis. This is seen more in patients with cancer and there is decreased neutrophil count, very much decreased neutropenia. These patients present with fever, cough, chest pain, dyspnea. With spreading infection, there may be cavity and hemoptysis. Third type is cutaneous mucormycosis. It's 2 types, primary or secondary. In primary, there is direct inoculation on the broken skin and usually seen in non-immunocompromised patient. There is acute inflammation and purulent abscess, swelling, and necrosis of the tissue with formation of black eschar. Secondary cutaneous mucormycosis starts as erythematous, induration, painful cellulitis that leads to ulcer formation and black eschar. Third type is GIT, gastrointestinal mucormycosis, less common, seen in malnourished patient or premature infant. There are non-specific symptoms: pain, abdomen, distension, nausea, vomiting, and there may be GI bleeding. Fourth is disseminated mucormycosis, seen in the neutropenic patient with pulmonary infection. It may involve brain, spleen, heart, skin, or any other organ. Then treatment. How it is treated. Early recognition as possible and the diagnosis, there is good chances of recovery, otherwise it carries 50% mortality. Use of antifungal drugs, amphotericin B, posaconazole and isavuconazole. These are the drugs antifungal to be used. If there is involvement of skin, then surgical debridement and resection of the infected tissue. Third, control of the immunocompromised condition. How can we use prevention? Personal hygiene, especially after returning from work, use of face mask, hand shields, etc. Thank you. This is from CDC guidelines.